What's up guys, Houndish here, and today we had some news from Bungie in the form of This Week at Bungie about precisely what the faction rallies are coming next week on the 26th of September. So they speak with senior designer Tim Williams to find out exactly what players can expect during next week's event. So he says each of the factions of the tower is having a rally to collect resources for its cause. They're recruiting guardians to gather supplies for their faction and destroy enemy resources. They'll offer a suite of rewards to help the Guardians rise up against any enemy threats. As an incentive, each faction has set aside a powerful weapon to entice players to choose their side. The faction whose Guardians collect the most faction packages will be declared the winner. The winning faction will offer the weapon to everyone, but all who pledge their loyalty will receive it as a huge discount as repayment for their contributions to their faction's cause. So Arak Jalal, Lakshmi II, and Executor Hideo from New Monarchy will return to the tower to ask you to pledge your loyalty. Before you can make this choice though, you must first reach level 20 and gain access to the tower. You will only be able to pledge to one faction per character. Once you've chosen your side, your mission will be to return to the wild and complete activities in support of your faction. You can do public events, explore lost sectors, complete strikes, clear the raid or crucible, and as you complete these activities you will be rewarded with faction tokens that you can turn in for packages full of loot. And they actually show us here some screenshots of the Dead Orbit gear right there. We can see some of the armor for the different classes and a bunch of weapons, which is pretty awesome. We also see images for FWC, their weapons and gear right here as well. We just get a quick look at the icons for the gear, and then finally the New Monarchy stuff right there. All of it looks pretty cool. They go on to say, in addition to all of the gear on display above, each faction will be offering a special weapon as a reward to be sold if they emerge victorious. Everyone who pledged to the winning faction will be able to purchase it for 1000 glimmer. Anyone who did not pledge can still get it, but they will have to pay a higher price of 50,000 glimmer, so that's pretty crazy. And they go on to say about the kind of weapons that are up for grabs during the event. So there's the Dead Orbit Scout Rifle, which you can see on screen, which is really cool. The Future War called Pulse Rifle right here, and then finally the New Monarchy Sidearm. And we'll be able to turn in faction tokens to the faction of our choice all the way up until 2 AM Pacific on October the 3rd, and then Bungie will declare a winner later that day at 10 AM Pacific. Good luck Guardians, and may the best faction win. So that's really interesting. It is actually going to be kind of a scoring thing for the community, and whichever faction earns the most reputation, they will offer the featured weapon for sale. If you're already pledged to that faction, you can get it for 1000 glimmer. If you didn't pledge, it will cost you 50,000 glimmer. So I think that's really interesting personally. Obviously at the same time we'll be able to access all of the other kind of faction items through kind of leveling up and the engram system and everything like that. So that gives us a solid idea about, you know, what this faction rally will be. Also in this update they talk about some of the kind of design stuff and the world art for the game, which is really worth taking a look at. I will leave the blog post in the description below. They also talk about guided raids, which will begin on September the 26th next week. So that's when guided games will become available for people who want to jump into the raids. So that's really awesome. There is some additional information about guided games. They also talk about server maintenance happening on Monday the 25th, so next Monday, and some known issues in the game as well. So there we go guys, just a quick breakdown of what the faction rally will be. Super exciting stuff, as well as a few other little updates. Again, I will leave the blog post in the description below so you can go and check it out. If you have enjoyed this video though, a like is appreciated. Let me know your thoughts on this faction rally, what you think it's going to be like and everything like that. Let me know which faction you're going to be pledging to as well. That'll be interesting to read in the comment section. If you are new to the channel, be sure to hit subscribe to see a lot more Destiny 2 content. But for now, have an awesome day.